Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Aguirre here. I'm so happy you're here today for our lesson 5. All right, before we get started, we're going to do a quick little warm up. Are you ready? All right, warm up time. Get those brains going. All right, I'm going to show you the flashcard. It's going to be addition flashcards. I'm going to count to 4. I'll say the answer, so try and be quick. These should become automatic. All right, here we go. Warm up. 16, good. Remember to, when you see the 9, use your 10 facts to help you. So add 1 here, take 1 away here. So 10 plus 6 really is what we should be thinking in our head. Make this a 10, take 1 away from here, 16. 14, good. Easy peasy. 5, good. 10, good. 9 plus 5, use that 9. Good, 14. Good, 11. This should be quick. 9. Start with that bigger number, add on 7. 19, good. 7 and add 1 more, 8. Good job. Whoa. 18, good. 13, good. 17, great job. 16, great. 12, great job. Easy peasy, you got it. 5. I feel like we just saw this one. 10. 8. 9. 7. Couple more. 15. Doubles, -1 on that one. Remember that skill? We tried that. We practiced that strategy for a while in the fall. So pretend that you have 8s, or you can take the 7s. If I'm going to use 8s, I'm going to do 8 plus 8, 16. I know doubles. I'm going to take 1 away because this isn't an 8. This is a 7. 13, and last one. 15. Good. All right. Stretch out, get those wiggles out. Okay, boys and girls. So before we get started in our learning, I want to make sure that you have everything ready to be successful in this lesson, okay? So what you're going to need for this lesson 5 pages, which is this page here, Base 10 Tasha. Base 10 Tasha. Lesson 5 is at the top. And you're also going to need this sheet here from your packet that says Lesson 5 on it. We're going to need to cut these out, so you're going to need some scissors as well. A piece of paper and a pencil. This paper is going to be where we write answers in and we can show our work. Okay? So Lesson 5 pages, there's 2 of them. Scissors, piece of paper, and a pencil. Go ahead and press pause right now at this moment and go get those materials and come right back. Thank you. Okay, boys and girls. Lesson 5. You've already been introduced to this strategy. So this is just a continuation, but using subtraction. So this is called Base 10 Tasha. I'm going to move this closer to you. Base 10 Tasha. It says, I make the biggest number with base 10 blocks. Then I cross out the hundreds, tens, and ones that I need to take away. Remember, subtraction is taking away. So this gives you an example of what it looks like. 265 minus 122 And you can see how base 10 Tasha is taking away. So she's taking away 122. And then the answer that we're left with is 143. 143. You think you can do this? I think so too. All right, boys and girls. So today's lesson, again, the focus is using base 10 blocks to subtract 3-digit numbers. Okay, I'm going to go over some samples here, and then you're going to have a chance to work on your own using this paper here. Okay, so this is your chance to watch. You can pause at any moment. Remember, you can go back a minute or two, however long you need. Go back and watch it again. What did Mrs. Aguirre say? How did she do that? This is the beauty of video lesson like this, right? So I'm going to erase this. And I have a practice page here that I already cut out for you. So I have one of my teacher sheets. So not the one you have. I have a different sheet that I cut up already. Okay? And what I'm going to do is pick 2 cards, and I'm going to show you how we subtract on here. Okay, so I'm looking for, they're all lettered and numbered. So I'm going to look for A1 and A2. A1 and A2. Again, this is on my sheet. You have the sheet you're going to try by yourself after we're done practicing here. So I'm going to look at A1, which is here. Remember, this is a 100 block, right? 100. These are 10s. And again, you remember, these are 1s. So let's count how many hundreds I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I'm going to write that down. So I have 400. Okay. So 400. How many 10s do you see there? Go ahead and count them out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Good. So that goes in my 10s place because I have 5 10s. How many 1s do you see there, boys and girls? Good. You see 6. Great. So I have 456 on this one here. I'm going to tape it on there so we can more easily see it and use it. So there's 456 right there. All right, now I'm going to take away this number. How many hundreds do you see? Good, there are 2 hundreds there. So 2 in my hundred space. I see 4 10s. So 4 10s is equal to 40, right? So 4 10s. And how many 1s do you see? Good, 2. All right, this is the cool part. Let me show you. So I'm going to move this computer closer so you can more easily see. And you're going to be using a pencil. I'm going to try and use marker here so you can see it better. I see the reflection. Sorry, boys and girls. I see the reflection of my window here. All right. I'm going to use a red pen. There we go. All right. So I'm going to take away from here. This tells me how much to take away. So I have 1, 2 hundreds I'm going to take away. I'm going to scratch them out here. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. I'm going to take those 2 away. How many 10s am I going to take away? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm left with 1 10 there. Can we see that okay? Sorry, boys and girls. Okay. And then I have 1, 2. So I'm going to cross off 2 1s. That leaves me with 2 hundreds, 1 10, and 4 1s. So that leaves me with 2 hundreds, 1 10, and 4 1s. So again, I have 200s. I'm going to take 200s away here. Maybe you can see it more easily with this crazy marker. There we go. And I took away 4 10s. There are 4 10s there. I'm going to take away 4 10s here. I'm just crossing them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm left with just that 1 10. And then I have 2 1s. I'm going to take away 2 1s here. I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm left with 214. You see that? 214. Okay? So that is really this strategy. It's using these base 10 blocks, taking the larger number, and taking the smaller number away from that larger number. Okay? Great. I'm going to erase this. I'm going to show you another example before we move on. Base 10 Tasha. All right, I'm going to move these down here. We're going to put another one up. I'm going to go to my B's. They're all lettered and numbered for us. Okay, so B1, B2. I didn't get my tape ready beforehand. I usually do that. All right. So I have a bigger number, which is B1 here. As I'm taping, I want you to start thinking about what number you see there. What number do you see there? All right, here we go. So I have 320, right? 1, 2, 300, and 10, 20. I have 320. Here, I only have 200s, okay? So I have 200, count with me, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So 7 in my tens place, and I have 4 baby ones. Got it? All right. So I have 320 minus 274. Say that with me. 320 minus 274. Good job. Next, I'm going to start taking away from our first number here. I'm going to use my marker so it's more easily seen for you. This one might get a little tricky, so please stop, rewind at any point. But I want you to really focus, focus, focus. Okay, so I'm going to take away 200. Okay, I see what I'm left with, but we're not going to fool first, okay? Okay, and then I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I'm going to take away 7 10s from here. 1, 2, I got to go into this guy. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now I'm left with, oh, I'm not gonna do that yet, actually. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look at my ones, 4 1s. So what I'm gonna do here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there are 6 left here. Okay, and then I still have 10, 20, 30, and 40. I'm still left with, actually there's 5. Let's look closer together, boys and girls. So we're taking away 70, right? So 10, 20, 10, 20, and then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So then I'm left with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, but I'm gonna take away 6. So I'm gonna be left with, oopsie. I'm gonna be left with 56. I'm gonna be left with 56. I'm gonna show you that again so it's more easily seen in a larger way for you, because that's a little bit confusing, I know. I'm gonna draw it out bigger, okay? Let's draw that out bigger. Okay, so we have 300. There we go. And this is 100, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 100. Okay, and then we have 3 of those. Okay, and then I have 2 10s. Okay, we can see that a little more easily. Okay, so I am going to take away this from that. So I'm going to take away 2 hundreds. Taking away that, taking away that. So I'm taking away those 2 hundreds, and I'm going to take away 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, and now I'm not done yet. I got to take away 4 more. So I'm going to take one of these 10s. Okay, and I'm going to take 4 away from that 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm left with 6 here, and 10, 20, 30, 40. So 40 and 6. 40 and 6 is 46. I know that's a little confusing. We'll talk more about that, okay? So if you can't, if there's not enough 10s for you to take away, so I only had 2 10s here, I can't take away 7 10s from there, so I have to bust into this 100 here and take some 10s away from there, okay? All right. I know it's a lot of thinking, so please pause at any time, rewind, try it again, watch it again, however you want. Okay. It's just easier to see when it's larger. Okay, I'm going to erase this. And I'm going to give you some time to practice on your own. And then I'm going to go over the answers with you, okay? So you're going to need, for this part, you're going to need scissors. And what you're going to do with your scissors, and then we'll need a paper, a blank paper. It can be white copy paper or printer paper. It can be a notebook, whatever. You don't have to turn this part in as long as you are trying it with us and checking your answers, okay? You're going to grab this paper. This one says, and well, they all say AA, BB, CC. What I want you to do is to write a 1 and a 2 here, a 1 and a 2 here, a 1 and a 2 here. So we know which number is going to go first, okay? So go ahead and pause and put 1s and 2s on them. And then you're going to cut them out. And we're going to do just what I did here. All right, so I'm cutting them out. Okay. So what you're going to do is pair them up, right? They're already kind of matched for you. So you're going to find A1 and A2. This will be this number minus A2. So that's a pair. B1 and B2 are going to go together. So put those aside in pairs. And then you're going to find C1 and C2. So the first number minus this number. Okay? All right, so let's look first at A1 and A2. What you're going to do, just like what I did here, you don't have to tape them on your paper. You can if you want. I'm going to do A1 and A2. Oops. All right. I want you to go ahead. So this is A1. So this is just A. So this is problem number A. Go ahead and press pause. And I want you to try to use base 10 Tasha to solve. Take away base 10 blocks. So go ahead and pause and mark it up. Go for it. All right, boys and girls. Let's go over A together before I let you go off and do B and C. So A here is 355 minus 242. Okay? I'm going to take away 200. Let's move you closer. Here we go. I'm going to take away 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm left with 1 10. And I'm going to take away 2 ones. See? So I took away what is here. Remember? I am left with 100, 110, and 3 ones. So your answer to A is 113. Go ahead and pause, check your work, fix anything that you need to. All right, great. Now, boys and girls, what you're going to do is you're going to try B and C. So B, take away the second B, and then you're going to do the C's. C1 minus C2. All right, boys and girls, press pause, and please work hard. Try your best. Go. All right, boys and girls, I hope this is working out well for you. I think this is a pretty cool strategy because I can actually see the subtraction. I can see that in my head, right? When I'm looking at it here, I can visualize it. And that's good for my brain. All right, base 10, Tasha, let's go. So we're gonna work on B, okay? We're gonna work on B here. So B1 minus B2. Oh, these numbers are getting pretty big here, right? B1 minus B2. And then we're going to work on C. B1 minus B2. Oops, I'm a little bit crooked. Sorry. Okay. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay, so B1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 400. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 4. 474 minus 350 and 4. Oh, do you see what I see? I'm going to have 4 ones taken away another 4 ones. I think my answer is going to end in 0. All right, I have 300s I'm going to take away. 1, 2, and 3. I have 5 10s to take away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only left with 2, so 20. And then I have 4 ones I'm going to take away. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm left with 120. Actually, just 20 because I have no ones that I have left here. I'm left with 110, 20, 120. And this is your answer to the B. Go ahead and check your work, please. And we're going to finish up with C. All right. Here is C. All right. C1 minus C2. Okay. So I have 200. 10. Can you see okay there? Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 286 and 200 minus 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 5, 6, 7. Are you ready? Okay. I wish I can zoom in here, but I cannot. All right. So I'm going to take away 200. I am left with no hundreds, right? I have 200 here. I'm taking away 200. I'm left with no hundreds. Now I'm going to take away 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay. So now I have 3 tens left right there. Okay. And then I'm going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got to take one from here. I'm going to take this one away. So I'm taking one away from that 10 to get to my 7. So now what I did was actually, so I have 2 tens. Just so you can see it in a larger way, I'm just looking, whoa, here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what I did, I took away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to take away a 7th one, right? I'm going to take away this. That one right there. What am I left with? Yes, 9. So I have 10, and then another 10, which is 20, and then 9 out of this one. So I am left total with 29. I had to break apart this 10 and put it into ones, break it apart into ones and take one away because I had 7 here I needed to take away and I only had 6 ones right here. But I have these to play with here that I can use. So we just borrowed. That is borrowing. So I had to borrow. So I'm left with 29. And again, this is C. All right, we just used a lot of brain power. I hope this makes sense to you. If not, please email us anything. Email us, message us, whatever you need. Ask questions in the office hour. I can review this in our office hour on Tuesday. So please ask any questions, pause at any time, take your time, rewind if you need to, okay? So today's lesson was all about base 10 Tasha, lesson 5. And again, it says, I make the biggest number with base 10 blocks. Then I cross out the hundreds, tens, and ones that I need to take away. So we're crossing out the hundreds, tens, and ones that we're taking away. And then we add up what's left. Okay? So that is how we're using base 10 Tasha. All right, everyone. Have a super day. I'll see you here for lesson 6.